Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy AJ Trip, and welcome to That's a Shoot, my weekly wrestling show where we talk about the things that are going on in the world of wrestling. I'm going to put over three things, I'm going to bury three things, and then we're going to get into the main topic of this show, which, as you can tell by the title, is why WWE shouldn't listen to its fans. But first, let's go ahead and let's put over and bury some things. As always, we'll start with by putting over things. Obviously, I want to put over NXT Takeover Phoenix. It was absolutely fantastic. We had a 5-star match. We had almost a 5-star tag match, and we had a fantastic um, main event, which was good as well. Um, so just great stuff, and really enjoyed the heck out of all of it. So, um, I'm gonna put over that, and then I want to put over the stuff that is going on afterwards, right? The stuff that's going on afterwards, which is the little thing that they shot. You know, we went off screen. We closed the show with Ciampa and Gargano standing there tall with their championships. And then as soon as that happened, we went and we closed it. But soon afterwards, you can go back on Twitter, you can see that they had posted some exclusive video where Dream came out there, and Adam Cole came out there, and Black and Ricochet, and they were all out there, and they were fighting to get into a ruckus and setting up a match for halftime heat. So that was very good. I thought that was a great bit of video and content as well that the NXT put out there. And then I think the final thing I want to put over is the ability of everybody. I mean, just these are. I'm sure these are like tough, you know, weekends because you got everything on the line and you're gonna go out there and you want to make sure that you do good and you want to make sure that you are really effective and everything like that and good on them. So really excited about that. Um, so now we're gonna bury some things, right? And the first thing I think I'm gonna bury is the not the Women's Royal Rumble itself, but I think I'm gonna bury the reaction to it. I just again, and I said this in my Royal Rumble in my Royal Rumble rapid reaction. And I also said in my reactions video, all of it, both is up. The hypocrisy of the fans that you know are okay with Becky Lynch doing it, but not okay with Roman Reigns doing it. It's sickening. It really is, and it really is. So I really want to bury that. That was just, and I want to bury any thought of they having just making it Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey. Let's add Charlotte to this match, please. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I want to see that right now. I also want to bury a report, and it's been confirmed by WWE of Dean Ambrose leaving. And it's not the fact that I want to, bury Dean Ambrose for leaving, or I want to bury the people who, the people that reported on it, anything like that, because obviously they were right. Anything like Dean Ambrose has the right to leave if he wants to and everything like that, but I do think that there is, there is just something going on here, right? This seems kind of oddly similar to what happened with CM Punk, right? You know, the whole. No, the thing is that when they released the statement, they used his real name, but I don't know. I guess we'll see it when it comes through. We'll see it when it happens, and but but it does kind of make you wonder, like, is this something that is this something that it is a work, or is it something that it isn't? And they really should, they really should, like, let you know if it is or it isn't, right? They really should. And the final thing I want to bury is the Ronda Rousey beginning promo. Um, on Monday Night Raw. She got out there, and the crowd just didn't want it, to it. All of these big shows now, all of these big shows, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. These are all now becoming, because the way they do it now is that they spend 4 days in those cities. They spend Saturday for the takeover, Sunday for the previous show, and then Monday and Tuesday for Raw and SmackDown. They now stay in that city those days. So then you have fans who can't get to the show, but now they go to, like, Raw and SmackDown. They can't get to the big show, and all of it's become, and a lot of the times it's been, it's been fun. Over the last several years, it's really been fun. But most recently, obviously this past year SummerSlam, it's really not been, you know, because we derailed a Becky Lynch heel turn that I think that would have been epic. Um, it would have been awesome. We derailed a it's derailed other things as well. Remember when Charlotte was trying to, they were trying to really do a real segment about, women and women's wrestling a couple years ago after WrestleMania 32, and then the crowd is up there. I guess they're singing Bayley's theme song or something. So it's just, you know it is whatever it is. But so we had there was a crowd there Monday night like that, and they just wasn't giving Ronda anything, and Ronda didn't know how to take it. She didn't know how to take it. You know, she didn't get to, do what she does. Now I will say this: there's a part of it where I do think there's a part of it where Ronda just doesn't, they have her doing this thing where, and on one hand, I kind of understand it. They're kind of doing this with disrespecting, because she doesn't. She obviously, she did not, come into this. She's not coming into this doing what, you're supposed to do, right? She just, she came into this, from another world and everything like that. She didn't, like, train really, or if she did train, I think, because there was rumors that she was training with Brian Kendrick at his wrestling school, and she had been training a little bit with Natalia, but she hadn't, like, she hadn't, as they like to say, pay her dues, and who knows. I don't know if you really need to do that or not, but she just walked on in and she came on and she had a pretty good rookie year, and so so I kind of see what they're talking about. What she wants to be respectful of everybody and everything, but I think it may now be time for her to just stop with the respect thing and now just start just start you know being badass Ronda, and and I don't think she should turn heel. I really don't. No, I don't think so. But I think what needs to happen is I think she needs to start doing her promos like she did the one you know like that one she finished the segment with. You know, no, she needs to finish it with Saturn. So and and the stuff that is happening on social media is also very it's unreal, you know, and they've got Becky Lynch just like you know for some reason just just kind of taking over these folks on social media, and I don't get it. I don't get it. It's but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna bury that Ronda Rousey promo. That was pretty. The first one she came out there, you know, and Bailey had to save her very very bad. Now let's get to the main topic: why WWE shouldn't listen to its fans. And I know some of you guys are like, well, what are you talking about? Why WWE shouldn't listen to its fans? And I guess I understand it because it's the WWE's fault because they always talking about they listen to the fans and but a lot of times they haven't. Mainly it's mainly because of the whole Roman Reigns saga that's been going on for years, and with some other things that where fans have liked, maybe a person, but that person doesn't get the due that they deserve or something like that. So so I think that's why I think that's why a lot of people are like, well, they really should listen to his fans. But again, I don't think so because, and I always say this, I don't know if the WWE has ever listened to his fans. I don't. And so you can just go back in time, and I know we're talking about a different world. We're talking about a kayfabe world where we're still thinking that, or maybe not we're still thinking, but at least in the very minds, the WWE does not come out and just let you know that this is a predictable sport, right? That this is a pre a predetermined sport, I should say. Yeah. So but when you think about it, has they always listened to the fans? Because did the fans really need, or did the fans want a Hulk Hogan fifth title reign? At WrestleMania 9, I don't think so. But I think Vince thought that's what's best for the company. Did the fans want Ric Flair to win the title of the Royal Rumble? No, but that's what Vince thought was best for his company. Did the fans want, speaking of that, Randy Savage versus Ric Flair? No, I think the fans maybe wanted Hogan versus Ric Flair. Although the fans didn't do a good job of showing it during the house show run, so he went with Savage and Flair. So there's a lot of other things, but see, and not only just in the past, but I think now, like see, for me, I think it's just like the fans today. They kind of have the mentality of, well, this is all about me and what I want, right? That's what and what I want to see. And on one hand, I can understand that because you're paying your money to go, you're going to these events. You are, taking time out to watch these shows and things like that. So you want to see your favorite, you know, do things, right? You want to see your favorites, you know, on the show and have them in a great spot. But that can't always be the case. Because just maybe there's, they have a certain plan, and the plan doesn't involve your favorites, unfortunately. you know and it involves people that you don't like. And as I said this before, I spoke a little bit about this on the NXT review, I believe. Rapid reaction. I think it would be helpful to just go along with the show sometimes, instead of going out there and just and on the rapid reaction, I gave a bad example. I did. I talked about Randy Orton and seeing him, and if you're tired of Randy Orton, and cheer for somebody else, and don't cheer for CM Punk. And I get that was a bad example. I think a better example is that if you are not enamored with Randy Orton at this point, and you would like to see someone else on the show, right? And they put Randy Orton out there instead of doing the CM Punk chant, instead of chanting for somebody else, you know, go along and boo and boom and boom. Just go along and boom. But just going on with the show, because maybe that leads down the line to where maybe the person that you'd like to see would actually be there, right? It would actually be, he'd actually be there. And I think that's kind of what happened with Daniel Bryan. I'm not sure anybody wanted to see a Daniel Bryan, heel turn, but I think people the fans are going along with it, and they're gonna go along. And Daniel Bryan's doing a great job of helping it along, making him be booable, which I thought would never be happening. But he's done a great job of a really, really great job. And I kind of think that's what it shows, that any of this can happen. Any of this, and it's the exact same thing with the Miz. They're now cheering the Miz, and hopefully this isn't a swerve where Miz will turn on Shane. Hopefully this is, you know, something like this. Now they need to get Shane out of the picture. Shane, no, there's no need for Shane to be a tag champion. Shane, that title, I would love to see, maybe where they take the title off of Shane. Miz needs to find a partner, a tag partner, and maybe surprisingly it comes out to be someone else. So hopefully that's what I like to see. But I think the fans are, I don't know if the fans really want to see the Miz as a face, but they're going along with it. Now, I wish the fans would have gone along with it with Becky Lynch, because I think Becky Lynch heel turn would have been great, and I think it would have been a lot. We'd be in a lot better position right now than we would even it would be, because right now we're in a situation where we've got Becky versus Ronda, and we've got Charlotte on the outside, and I'm not really sure if what's going to go down. There's been conflicting reports. Dave Meltzer apparently reported that they're going to go along and put Charlotte in there at some point with a triple threat. And then there are other reports saying where the main event is, and they're not going to add Charlotte. It's just going to be Becky versus Ronda, and I'm because that's what the fans would want to see. And on one hand, that's great, right? Because they're listening, they're quote listening to the fans want Becky to be, apart. But let's just say that we get to WrestleMania and Ronda Rousey wins, right? It is 1-on-1 Becky versus Ronda, and Ronda Rousey wins, are they going to, are the fans going to, you know, crap down, Ronda's throat again, or anything like that, or what's going to happen? Because what might be best in the eyes, especially in particular, if they are gonna do the whole SmackDown thing and gonna move her to SmackDown and everything like that, it might be best for her to to remain champion. And actually, what might be best to do is might merge the championships. Well, what I would like to see is maybe Charlotte versus Asuka. Charlotte beats Asuka, and then they put Charlotte in, and then they merge and make one women's championship. I like that they have one women's tag champion. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Um, that's another video for another time. Um, but yeah, I just think that because of the fans, wild reactions to certain people and certain things, you know, I just don't know if WWE should be listening to it all. I think there are times when you should listen. They should listen, and here's the thing. And I think there's a comment. They can listen, but still do what they feel is best for business, right? Because if fans were saying, hey, we want Becky versus Ronda 1-on-1. Okay, we'll give you Becky versus Ronda. But what's best for business is to have Becky keep running after the championship, and we're gonna have Ronda beat her. Then that's what we're gonna do. And at some point down the line, you will get you'll get your moment of Becky, winning the championship and being the main person once again. But at this point, we feel it's best for Ronda Rousey. Then you go along with it. You just don't boo Ronda Rousey. Okay, these two had a fantastic match. Hey, which they probably will. Although people have been saying that there's been some sloppiness from Ronda as of late, and I possibly. I mean, there might be some, some maybe some slap, some sloppiness, but I kind of, you know, I kind of go with the, along with the Jim Cornette theory that, not everything needs to be so crisp and good and everything like that. Not everything needs to be perfectly executed or anything like that. As long as it's not one a full-on botch, and two, as long as as what's happening isn't doesn't look like it's gonna hurt somebody. If Ronda was out there like screwing people over and like actually hurting them, something like that, giving them potatoes or something like that. And I don't understand it. But if she's still being relatively safe, then yeah, it doesn't have to be. That doesn't have to be very very. It doesn't have to be all that cleanly done. You know, that was those first two matches between between the Memphis Man and then the Nia Jax match at Money in the Bank. Those were obviously outliers. I don't think there's been very few wrestlers probably, in their first two matches to put on the performances that, Ronda did. So, anyway, yeah. So I kind of just to close this out. I don't want this to be too long of a video. But just to close this out, I think that if the WWE, if the WWE, right now the fans want a world champion, a universal champion on Raw. But if WWE decides to keep the title on Brock Lesnar, for another long while, then I don't think the fans should really just start rioting or anything like that. Now I would say that it would go up against what this WWE is saying is a new era, anything like that. But I kind of think it's good. I kind of think it's good. So I'm kind of hoping that that's what I'm kind of hoping that's what would happen. So you know, we'll have to wait and see. Alright, everybody, that's going to be it. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you have any comments on my putovers and my berries, or on our main topic, why they really shouldn't listen to its fans. Post any comments you have in the comment section below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJ Trip, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.